Welcome to episode 256 of the 2-Minute Warning. Today I'm looking at the Seattle Seahawks versus the Los Angeles Rams in the Super Wildcard weekend. We got the Los Angeles Rams finishing at the 6th seed in the NFL playoffs, NFC playoffs. In that fact, I believe they finished around, if I'm not mistaken, 10-6. Could be mistaken on that. Either way, 10-6, 11-5, around that area. I'd have to say 10-6. However, they're entering the playoffs possibly without Jared Goff. Then on the other side of the football, you got the Seattle Seahawks finishing, I believe, 12-4. However, they're entering the playoffs possibly without Jamal Adams. So both of them having their injuries on the line, who are really huge captains for their offense on the Rams and a huge captain for the defense of the Seahawks. Big losses for both teams, and they definitely are a different team without those players. Honestly, this might sound pretty bold, but to me, the Seahawks not having Jamal Adams might be bigger than the Rams not having Jared Goff. Why is that a bold take? Obviously, because the quarterback is the most important position, especially when comparing it to a safety. Why I believe that is because I think Jared Goff is an average quarterback in this league. Yes, he could throw the ball. Yes, he does a good job, but that's all, in my opinion, due to Sean McVay being such an amazing head coach. But I think Jared Goff has talent. Yes, he's in the NFL for a reason. I don't think he's completely worthless. He's been to the playoffs. He's been to the Super Bowl. You don't get there by being a shit quarterback. You have to have some talent in you. But to me, I just don't think he's that stellar. And even if he wasn't, I don't think the Los Angeles Rams would win against the Seattle Seahawks due to him. To me, the Rams' success comes from that defense. So my pretty much prediction boils down to, if Goff is out, the Rams are definitely done. If Jamal Adams is out for the Seahawks, if he's in and Goff is out, like I said, Rams are done. But if Jamal Adams is out and Jared Goff is in, things could get ugly and the Seahawks could worry. The Seahawks' first half of the season was one of the best offenses in the NFL, if not the best offense in the NFL. That DK Metcalf, Russel Wilson duo was serious. It was a top 3 in the league. Those two are special. However, in this back half of the season, both of them have extremely slowed down. They're not even the same. Russell Wilson, I still think is a top 3 quarterback, but he's starting to make a case to not really be there. I might be a little biased just because I like Russell Wilson, but he's definitely in this back half of the season not performed like a top 3 quarterback. And due to that, DK Metcalf's production and amount of getting the football is definitely cut back as well. But the Seahawks defense is elevated in the back half of the season. So if they could piece together their first half of the season offense, their second half of the season defense, this is a Super Bowl team. Not a team that could just beat the Rams and the wildcard team. If they could piece together the right things, this is a Super Bowl team. But comparing the teams in general and who I think will win, offensively, even with the Seahawks struggling, I think their offense is better than the Los Angeles Rams. Like I said, they might be playing a backup quarterback. And even if Goff is in, he has a broken thumb. He's not going to be playing the same as if he would. And his and Sean McVay's relationship lately has been a little iffy. Not to say they're on completely bad terms, but there's definitely a little bit of drama and some heat between those two, no doubt. So I'm going to roll with Russell Wilson and DK Metcalf. And I expect this to be a game where Russell Wilson and DK Metcalf can turn it back on, get hot again, make a lethal threat through the air, get that passing game going, and be ready to take on anyone. And hopefully they don't rush back Jamal Adams. I'd much rather have Jamal Adams be 100% ready to go for the divisional round rather than play the wildcard round but risk worsening the injury for sure. Defensively, the Rams definitely win this one. I like the Seahawks defense in the back half of the season, like I said, and I still stand by that. Between them trading for Carlos Dunlap and Jamal Adams, great 2 pieces to add to that defense. But when you got Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey on the defense for Los Angeles Rams, that's probably the best pass rusher and best guy in the secondary in the NFL on the same team. Jalen Ramsey, to me, that trade with the Jacksonville Jaguars, 100% worth it. Aaron Donald, best D tackle in the league, best DN in the league, best defensive player in the league. The dude is a beast. Jalen Ramsey, he could possibly take out DK Metcalf out of the game. That will be huge for them, and that's why I like the Rams a lot. I know I'm kind of being indecisive on my pick, but the truth is, I don't know. This game is such a toss-up between the two. It really depends how Russell Wilson plays, if Jared Goff plays, if Jamal Adams plays. There's just so many variables, so many injuries to consider that I'm not 100% sure. Seattle does have an advantage coaching or playing in Seattle. Coaching matchup, Pete Carroll, Sean McVay, pick and choose. Can't go wrong between the coaches. Both gonna, at this rate, be Hall of Famer coaches. Sean McVay, yes, I know is very young, is very early. That's a bold take to say. But at this pace, the dude's been to a Super Bowl in just his first 4 or 5 years coaching in the NFL. Whatever it is, he's special. Pete Carroll, definitely Hall of Fame coach. No debate. Like I said, can't go wrong with the coaches. My final pick If Jared Goff is in and Jamal Adams is out, I'm going to roll with the Rams. If Jared Goff is out and Jamal Adams is in, I'm going to roll with the Seahawks. If they're both out, and it's Russell Wilson versus a backup quarterback, and the Saints versus a missing safety, the Rams versus a missing safety, I'm going to roll with Russell Wilson. I can't see Russell Wilson losing to a backup quarterback. To me, any scenario Jared Goff is out, I like the I like the Seattle Seahawks if Jared Goff is out. Any situation Jamal Adams is out, to me, if he's in and Jared Goff is in, I think the Seahawks still win. To me, if he's out and Jared Goff is in, I think the Rams win. I get that's a little confusing, but the injuries do play a big impact in who I think will win. If Jared Goff is in, I do like the Rams probably win this just because of that defense is so stellar, so amazing behind Sean McVay. I think they could get it done and pull it off against the Seattle Seahawks. These two teams know each other so well. It's going to be a great duel. It's going to be interesting to see. But if the Rams are healthy, I got them. If the Seahawks healthy, I got them. Yes, that's confusing to say. If both teams are unhealthy, I like Russell Wilson to take out a backup quarterback. That's my final prediction. I get it's a little iffy and not a final statement, but until I can see the injuries and see who's starting, I'm going to roll with that kind of toss-up. Let me know what you think in the comments. 2-minute warning.